Hiya, Scott. How are you?
Sorry, Gary. I'm start again. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You're looking well. So you better bring us up to date with while you're at home.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm feeling well. Member of my household tested positive for COVID, and obviously due to the guidelines and the government guidelines, obviously I've had to self-isolate myself. So look, there's no denying, disappointed. Obviously, family members fine and is on the mend. But obviously for me now, I'm obviously self-isolating now and doing things from a distance of a room, really. So yeah.
So a newish experience, but obviously during lockdown you were coaching from your own place anyway via the screens, weren't you? So is it something similar to that you're doing now?
Yeah, it's very similar. Obviously, I think the lockdown period obviously give us some ideas on how to coach from afar. This is a little bit different because we're in competition, and at this present moment in time, last time we wasn't in competition, albeit we was keeping players active and trying to get them fit for what was the remainder end of an important season. At this moment, this is real competition, and we have a Premier League game on Sunday, which obviously I'm not going to be able to take part in, or this week's training leading into it. So yeah, look, we're doing all we can. I've got everything set up. I'm in constant dialogue with my staff. I've got an unbelievable team around me, and probably expect me to say that, but that's the truth. And they've been working with me for a long time, and so have the players, to be honest. So I know they're in good hands, and obviously I'm maintaining constant communication with everyone, really.
Well, for Alan Pardew, it kickstart the season. Him not being there, maybe have the same effect.
Yeah, you never know. Our season's going in the right way at the moment. So yeah, it's a big game on the weekend. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, so it's you've gone 5 now without defeat. Much better scenario for the fans going into Christmas than a month ago.
Yeah, definitely. The way the team's moving and the way the team's progressing is very positive. And I think you've probably seen that over the last 6, 7, 8 performances. To be honest with you, I feel like it's a squad that is going in the right direction and improving in, which is a very difficult league. I think we all understand that. So yeah, look, we're coming into a group of games like we all know. It's festive period, a lot of football matches, and we need to maintain where we've been the last few weeks.
I guess it helps that you're staying in the capital over the Christmas period.
Yeah, it does. I suppose it does, really. I think the most important thing for me is now that give over a negative test and then try and get back into work as quickly as I can, really. So I think that's the important bit. I think we all realise that it's an important part of the year for us, and I just want to get back and be amongst it, helping the team is really at the front line of it, really. So hopefully we can do that soon.
Southampton are a different kettle of fish now to what they were maybe a season or 2 ago.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they've done very, very well. Manager's done incredible, to be honest with you, to think that result, however long it was ago now, I'm not sure the exact dates, but it was a heavy defeat. And that's not to say that they were miles off to where they are now, to be honest with you. I'm not sure that was the case. They were probably on track to where they were going and where they are now, really. So, but it's fair to say that a very, very good team, and have done remarkably well. High pressure team with a lot of quality in their side as well. So a tough game for us at the weekend, but one we're going to go into trying to get a result.
Now then, just 4 points above you, Arsenal sit. Are they, do you think, at this stage in that mini league of teams competing against each other against relegation?
I'm not too sure, to be fair, about that, and I wouldn't really want to comment too much on it. I realise the euphoria what comes around Arsenal at this present moment in time, and Mikel, to be quite honest with you. So I think the main focus is at this moment, if you ask me, the league table and where we sit, am I really focused on that? Not really. I'm more focused on performance and getting there, really. So Mikel's got a tough job there, but my main focus is us and what we're doing, really. So I won't really want to engage in anything other than that, really.
When you're in a battle to stay in the big league, you need luck on your side. Didn't have a lot of luck last weekend. What do you make of the chaos that was that sending off that penalty? VAR checked it. The referee checked it at the pitch side monitor. Both stuck with the original decision, and then it's overturned when it's too late.
Yeah, I mean, look, I was after the incident, at the time of the incident, I was bitterly disappointed. This has happened twice now for us. You know, Caballero the weeks before against Liverpool with the penalty, and I think I said after the game, really, what was puzzling for me is that we brought VAR into our game to make the right and the correct decisions. And at that moment, the ref had an opportunity to then look at the screen. You know, and to be honest with you, to Graham, the referee at real speed, I said it at the time, I understand why he gave the penalty. And even now looking back at what he was shown on the monitor, was not conclusive to give him enough evidence to suggest why it's not changed or is changed. So I definitely think there is some real issues here with VAR and the process of VAR. And, you know, I think we need to work out whether what the most important thing is coming out of VAR. And for me, the most important thing is that we get decisions right. And if that means that it takes 5 minutes, it takes 5 minutes. If it means that we have to slow this down and show numerous angles because it's contentious, we have to do that. Because what you can't have is what happened to us at the weekend, really. So I do sense there is a lot of cloudiness around VAR, whether that's time frames on it, people worrying about, it's taking too long, let's quickly make this decision because we're worrying about now the game's been paused for so long. Well, that should not be an issue in my eyes. And if you've got VAR in the game, if something takes 5 minutes, no, it ain't ideal. But what we can't have is the problem we have at the weekend for us, because that's cost us 2 points. And for us, 2 points is valuable and massive for us. So, yeah, that's how I see it, really.
Brilliant, Scott. Thanks for popping up despite all the problems. And at least you get to spend Christmas Day with your family this time and without worrying about going to the training ground.
I don't even get to do that, mate, to be honest with you, because I've got to be by myself in isolation. So
oh, right. Oh, no.
It's a double whammy.
I won't say Merry Christmas then, but try and do the best you can. Cheers, mate.
Will do, mate. Cheers, Carl. You too.
Thanks, Gary. Vicky Sparks, Premier League Productions, please.
Hi, Scott. Good to see you.
Hi, Vicky.
One positive, I guess, from all the things that happened after the match with VAR is that the red card did get overturned. How important is it that Joachim Andersen is back?
Yeah, it's really important for us. You know, Joachim's been fantastic since he's come in, and I'm really glad that the authorities, I think, understood that there was a clear mistake being made there, and they chose to, well, rightly so, to be honest with you, they rescinded the red card. So yeah, you're right. It is vitally important that Joachim's back in, and he's done remarkably well for us and been pivotal to what we're trying to do.
And in terms of other team news for the game, how are you looking?
We're looking all right, to be fair. Obviously, Mario Lemina can't play, he's ineligible to play against these Southampton. Congola's had a little tiny bit of a setback, and Kenny Tete, his wife, has just given birth to a baby. So, yeah, them two are probably a little bit of a doubt come the weekend.
In terms of Southampton, obviously we've touched on how well they've been doing under Ralph Hasenhüttl. Is that an example of what can happen if you give a manager time?
Well, yeah, I think that is a prime example, to be honest with you. I'm probably one to think that 9-0 defeat, when it was, I don't think it was probably as bad as 9-0, and I'm sure it was a work in progress. And what you see now from the Southampton side is a process of time and a process of work, really. And fair play to Southampton, the board, for when the pressure was coming, because on the end of a 9-0, everyone all of a sudden, once everyone's sacked, that they knew they had the right guy, and with work and time, you get to the other side of it. So, and I think you're seeing that, really. So, and massive credit to Ralph, really, because he's done a fantastic job there. Got a team together that are very competitive and will do remarkably well this year, no doubt.
They're potentially going to be without several big players. Does that open the door for you a little bit more?
Well, look, of course, if they are missing key individuals, I'm sure it's as much as you don't like that upon someone, that a team that is a little bit weaker with with key individuals missing is one that we can maybe take advantage of. But I think I heard Ralph say yesterday that's why he's got a squad, and he's got a very good squad there, and players what will be coming in, new signings, what paid money for during the summer, no doubt will come in and strengthen as well. So it'll be a tough game for us, but one we're looking forward to playing.
And can I just ask you, Scott, how is it going to work on match day for you in terms of managing remotely? How will that look?
Yeah, obviously I'll do all I can from home. Really, I'll be in constant dialogue. I'll have a main feed going into the dugout. I'll have my laptop and screens. What have a lot of different angles of the game and how we see the game, or how I can see the game. So I'll be in constant dialogue with how I see things. Is that going to be as good as being live and being around it? Of course not. But that's a predicament I'm in at this present moment in time. So, but look, no doubt I've got great staff and great coaches here. What will take the reins more personally there, but also I can have a big influence from where I am.
Yeah, it's such a tough situation. Do you feel you'll be able to be in enough contact to, make substitutions, have that level of control?
Yeah, I hope so. Again, it's all new, so it'll probably be clearer after the game. And if we sit here next week, you can ask me them questions, and I could probably be a bit more honest with you to say, you know what, this didn't work, or this did, or in hindsight, I should have done this, because that's the way it's going to be, because it's I've experienced some things in this new to us all. So we'll see, but we'll make the best of it.
Fingers crossed for good internet. Just finally, Stuart Gray obviously coming up against his old club now in the dugout, as it were.
You just put the jinx on it, because as you said that, you broke up.
Well, I tell you, you broke up before me, so I was
really?
Please come back, Scott. This is not good.
Do you need me to answer that again, or are you okay?
Yeah, I think, do you mind just recapping, yes, how much you feel you'll be involved kind of in detail? That'd be really helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I hope so. I think we've got everything in place and everything possible to try our hardest to obviously be right amongst it. Is it as good as being there? Of course not. I've got good staff and good people around me, and a team that have been with me for some time now, so they know exactly what's needed and what I'd expect of that. So we'll see, but hopefully we'll get the best out of it.
That's amazing. And just finally from me, Stuart Gray now coming up against his old club, as he would have done anyway, but taking joint charge in the dugout. Yeah,
and it would be good for Stu, obviously, a previous club, like you said, and Matt as well. And like I said, I've got two people there that have been with me for some time, and two people who are vast experience and exceptional at what they do. So, the team's in good hands, and what we need from a distance and everything we've got set up, we'll be fine.
That's brilliant. Thanks so much, Scott. Good luck.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Vicky. Can we go to Emma, please, BBC London?
Hello, Scott.
Hi, Emma.
I feel a bit bad talking to you about a football match when you just told us you're not going to be able to spend Christmas with your family. I mean, that seems far sadder and more important to me. It's a surreal world we're in at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably, and you're right, to be fair, Emma, obviously it is disappointing, and I mean the timing could be, not that we ever want the time to be in what we're in or anyone to get this virus, but obviously the timing's been pretty bad for us. Obviously I need to try and get back to work. I need to help the team, and I need to stay away and be on my own in that sense to obviously clear negative test and get back into, which is a vitally important part of the year for us. So it is disappointing, and you're right, obviously family at this time of year, but this is the world we live in, Emma. It's constantly, it feels like at this moment in time, or for the last 9 months, it feels like there's been constant disappointments. You plan something, as quickly as you plan something, you're having to cancel it, but I suppose we've all come a bit used to it, and the disappointment becomes a little bit number, as they say it. So, but yeah, it is what it is, and we have to crack on. Look forward to hopefully coming out the other side of this, and then seeing the back of it.
Going back to the red card, I was quite surprised that it got overturned, considering that VAR had been used. Does it kind of seem as if the football authorities are accepting that VAR doesn't work in its current form?
Maybe, and I certainly think that obviously it's not worked in this instance. Here, truly because obviously what I see at the time, and then at that moment someone else obviously see that in terms of the person at Stockley Park obviously communicated to the ref to say that I think you need to go and check this. And I reiterate, I said it at the time. Great, the decision the ref made at the time, at real speed, I could see why he would give that. I don't think you could tell whether it's in the box, out the box, whether there was a tug or there wasn't. It just, the whole mechanics of the incident looked like, to me, and the experience that I have had in the game looked to me like as if there's a foul taking place. So I get that. The thing what concerns me the most is like I said, from that point, that we've then gone to VAR, and again, to be fair to the ref, he's been shown one angle from what I can see. I've gone over it and over, and I've looked over it again. He's been shown one angle of the incident, and that incident, again, it's not giving him clear clarity on exactly where it take place, where it didn't take place. So that's what's confusing, and that's what's a little bit puzzling, and that's what's concerning really, because I feel like as if there's probably a lot of other issues with VAR that are probably prioritising, which is the most important issue, and the most important thing is the correct decision. And what we'll all accept, we won't accept it, but what we can change is the timing of it, how many slow motions, how long it's taking. We can all, they're the little minor details which we might not be happy with, but they're the things we can maybe fix over time and get to grips with. What we can't have is we're more focused on the timing of the decision. You know what, we need to be quick here. We're now in 90 seconds into this VAR stop, and it's taking too long. And that's what's going to happen with VAR. And if we don't like it and we don't like the stops, then we need to take it out. If not, we need to make sure we get to the correct decisions, because it's vitally important for us. It's vitally important for any team. You know, we dropped 2 points there when really, you know, it was over a decision what wasn't fair, and it's been proven that wasn't not fair, but it's been proven that it wasn't right. Again, I can understand why them decisions were taken on the evidence what was supplied to the referee on the day, but it doesn't help us now, to be honest with you, and it is disappointing.